gentlemen,
Blah blah blah.
it's time for commentary with Beast Mode. Beast Mode.
What's up, guys? My name is Beast Mode, and this is the first ever Halo 4 gameplay that I have ever posted in my life, or any Halo gameplay for that matter. And it's also another first. It's the first time that I have ever uploaded somebody else's gameplay that was not my own. It's not that I don't want to help you guys. It's far from that. It's more of a pride issue. More of just the issue, I want to say that my channel, so nobody can ever say I tried to mooch or cheap. Like, everything that I've done, I've always tried to make, it's always my content. It's always stuff that I have physically played. It's always my thing. Just because I want people to know that, like, this is my thing, and, it's just more of a pride thing, I guess. But this is actually iNokie. You'll see that in the kill feed. iNokie's gameplay, who is actually my brother. And he is a beast of a Halo player. He is a definite beast of a Halo player. He is probably, comparing how good I am at Call of Duty to how good he is at Halo, he's probably better than he's better at Halo than I am at Call of Duty. That's how I'm trying to think of how to word that where it would make sense. Hopefully you guys understand what I was saying right there. I think you'll get what I mean. But sorry if my voice, I should have said this right from the get-go, but sorry if my voice sounds a little bit scratchy right now. It's kind of getting cold out, and my voice is just, my throat kind of feels, it's not sore. I have not got sick in a long, long time. It's been since like 6th grade, so it's been 7-8 years since I've gotten sick. And, but my throat's just feeling a little sore, and it feels a little raspy, so if my voice sounds a little bit off, I apologize. Anyways, though, today in this video, I'm going to talk about Halo 4 and, kind of my impressions of it, my thoughts, and a bigger topic of why I think players hate on games and why people hate on certain things in general. And this could apply to all aspects of life, and I think once I get going on this, you guys will kind of understand. And I think one of the main things it made me realize is I finally really understood, we always blame MW3 and like Infinity Ward for really, they seem to cater towards the newbier player, the newer player. And we always knew that. We know it's like, oh, it's a marketing thing, like we know it's for business and we know why and whatnot. But like it really, really clicked and made sense when I started playing Halo on why they do that. And I'll explain this now. I'll be honest, let's talk. Halo 4, before it was coming out, I was excited. I was excited for Halo 4, and before I didn't even know if I was going to pick it up, but then I was like, yeah, I might as well pick it up. It'll be a good game, it'll be worth picking up at least. So I'm going to pick it up, and I started reading all these things that people have said that have already played the game, and how they're talking, it's awesome, oh, 343 Studios outdid even Bungie, it's going to be a great game. And then IGN post a review on it before it's actually out, gives it a 9.8 out of 10, and also says that 343 Studios did Bungie better than Bungie did, and that this is just a kick-ass game. And so I'm excited at this point. I'm like, I've never been a huge fan of the Halo series. I respect them as a series. It's just something I've never cared to put myself in a competitive situation where I'm really trying to go at it. But, they're all talking about it. I'm like, wow, maybe I'm going to get into Halo. Like, maybe I'll end up playing Halo a little bit if it's, like, honestly, like a kick-ass, just awesome game. And here's what I have to say. At first, I didn't think it was that kick-ass, awesome game. But that is because, I'm not saying it's not a kick-ass, awesome game. That was just because of my ignorance, and I was just being, in all honesty, I was just having one of those nights where I was just fussy about everything because I wasn't doing well. And it's funny because I'm used to doing so well in Call of Duty, even when I don't use guns and I just use tomahawks. Like, this gameplay here, I think of my brother is, and if you didn't notice, he joined in late there. We were actually down by, I want to say like 7 or 8 kills, and we end up winning here solely because of him. My entire team, I was in this game, and we all went negative except for him. And I think he finishes from the time he joins in about 32-6, and he joins in a little bit late, or maybe that's just where he started from, I don't know. Anyways, I'm used to doing that in Call of Duty. In Halo, I'm struggling to break even. Like, I'm really, really trying to just get a kill every life. And sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes I go terribly negative. I remember last night, there was plenty of times I was like 7 and 14, 8 and 15, you know, just like right around in that range where I'm barely going 0.5, and I'm like, it's pissing me off. Like, in all honesty, I was getting very frustrated, and I was like, man, Halo's no fun. And I was just, I was being a whiny bitch. Like, let's just be honest, I was. And you know, it happens though. Like, don't lie and say it's never happened to you. You've had your nights where just like you're already in a bad mood, then you start playing video games, and just like everything that could go wrong just seems to go wrong. And most of the reason, it wasn't that anything was going wrong for Halo, and I shouldn't have even been getting mad at Halo. And I realize that now. I realize that as soon as I got off the Xbox and I calmed down, I knew that. Halo's a great game. It's a fun game, and I've heard a lot of things from players that play Halo. My brother, for example, that, you know, they are really enjoying it. They're having a great time, and that's awesome. That's the main thing that matters. Those are the guys that played a lot. They need to enjoy it the most. You know, the only reason I was given any, you know, kind of bad vibes towards it was just because I wasn't doing very well, and it was frustrating because I never played Halo that much. I've never played more than 6 hours of any multiplayer of any Halo game. I'm a new player to it. But I can respect it, you know, it's a good game. And I think just overall, that's why people hate on a lot of things, you know, in life in general. It's why people, you know, let's just say, start in the video game world, it's just why people hate on other consoles, on other genres, on other franchise versus franchise games. Battlefield versus Call of Duty was the big one last year. Now you're going to have probably a little bit of a Halo and Black Ops 2 rivalry going on, probably this year, you know, in all honesty. Just because I think, you know, with MW3, they really kind of killed Call of Duty a little bit. They really just, it was kind of a letdown for people, so I think there's going to be some people who aren't going to pick it up right away this year, and maybe they'll just be playing Halo for a while. I still think Black Ops 2 is going to kick ass, though. It's going to be a great game. That's just my hope, and that's what I think it's going to be. But we're talking about Halo, and back to Halo overall, my honest opinion is it's a good game, and it's so weird to be from the other perspective. I talked to a guy from Specs Audio, a guy that I worked with, and, you know, still do my music stuff for me, and I've talked to him, and he's a gamer, you know, he's a gamer for sure, but he's more well versed in, you know, like RPG games, story games, action adventure. Something that he really stays away from is shooting games and first-person shooters, you know. That's just not his forte. It's not his style. He just doesn't enjoy games like that. And, you know, for him, that's why he even though he has no idea when he's watching gameplay of me or, like, making music for my montages in Call of Duty, he has no idea what's going on. You know, he's kind of, you know, he doesn't play Call of Duty. But he respects it because he knows if he was in that spot, you know, and he's been in that spot, that, like, he struggles to, you know, he's, like, trying to go just, like, 0.5, you know? And I'm the guy that's in Call of Duty just going to town on people, not even thinking about it. Just, you take it for granted, like, you know, it just seems so easy because you get so good at it, you've played it so long. And then I jumped into Halo, and I was the reverse, and I can completely understand where he was coming from. You know, I still had your basic first-person shooter skills, don't get me wrong, like, some of Call of Duty's skills will transfer over, but for the most part, like, it just really wasn't transferring over for me into Halo, and I really just wasn't doing all that great. You know, like, it's a different game, and you have to get used to it for sure. And you could tell that I was a player who had never played more than 6 hours of Halo multiplayer, and that some of these other players play Halo multiplayer like I play Call of Duty, where you have like 20+ days in every Call of Duty. And it was unique to get that perspective and to really honestly kind of get spanked online for once. You know, just to honestly have to say to myself, like, in all honesty, I'm going to really have to practice at this game. Like, I'm going to have to play this a lot, and it's going to be frustrating and struggling for me, and I'm really never going to get a good gameplay of Halo 4, like anything fantastic, anything that would be, you know, that above average feel that you're used to in Call of Duty, you know, where I'm posting some beastly Tomahawk gameplay. You know, I can't do that in Halo. I can't, and I realize that, and that's why I was just getting so frustrated. But it makes me understand why, you know, say Call of Duty is always blamed for catering towards noobs. You know, and we always know it's a marketing technique, but now we really understand why. So it's been My Name is Beast Fun, guys. Thanks to iNokie for showing this gameplay. You guys will be seeing him in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this Halo 4 gameplay, and peace out.